Kia ora and welcome. This video explains the data in the Stats and Z tool, place and ethnic group summaries, including metadata, subject populations, and how percentages are calculated. The data included in this tool is primarily from the 2023 census. Some other data published by Stats and Z, such as the estimated resident population, and data from the Household Labor Force Survey is also included. Some of the data is shown in a time series, meaning that data from multiple years is shown. Every graph and table will specify where the data is from, in the bottom right corner. This information may also be specified in the text above the graph or table, or in the Metadata tab. The More Data and Information section at the bottom of the summary contains information about every dataset used in the summary and links to where you can find more information. The Metadata tab is present for every graph and table, and contains additional information about the data shown. This can be hidden from view if you have customized the page. Watch our other video titled Customizing the Summary for guidance on how to do this. The information in the Metadata tab can include the subject population, explanations of concepts, measures or calculations, recommendations for use of the data, or methodological information. For census data, the Metadata tab includes the quality rating for each variable used in the graph or table, and a link to the relevant information by concept, which contains more detailed quality information. For non-census data, the Metadata tab includes information about the data used, explanations of differences from census data, where relevant, and a link to a page to find more information. The data shown in this tool does not always represent the entire population for an area or ethnic group. Instead, it is restricted to show the population it is most relevant to. This is referred to as the subject population. For example, occupation data is only shown for employed adults as it is not relevant to those who do not work. If you want to see the subject population for the data you are looking at, it is listed underneath the graph or table, and in the Metadata tab. The majority of data shown is shown as a percentage. In most cases, this is a percentage of the total subject population in an area or ethnic group. For example, the percentage of people who live in the Wellington region that are in each life cycle age group. You can see from this graph that in 2023, 17.2% of people who live in the Wellington region were under 15. 20.9% were 15 to 29 years old. 46.3% were 30 to 64 years old. And 15.5% were 65 years and over. However, for some graphs it is a percentage of a more specific cohort within the subject population. There are multiple graphs and tables that show the percentage of an age group or gender. This means that for selected data, you can make comparisons between genders or age groups within an area or ethnic group. This graph, for example, shows the percentage of each gender in each work and labor force status for adults in the Canterbury region. You can see that 60.6% of adult males in Canterbury are employed full-time. 41.7% of adult females in Canterbury are employed full-time. And 39.4% of adults of another gender in Canterbury are employed full-time. In some cases, text above the graph will explain how the percentage is calculated. Thank you for watching this video explaining the data shown in place and ethnic group summaries.